What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Reyhan and Kydele. I hope you're excited for some good Sultai fun stuff. It's pretty much, I don't really know how to describe this deck. Hadn't played it in a long time, but as far as opening hand goes, yeah, I like it. Ancient Tomb into Cruel Tutor and Polluted Delta. Usually we need all three colors. Well, of course we always need all three colors, but usually you want to have more of a colorful mana base in your opening hand. But with the Cruel Tutor, we can draw for some sort of card draw. Other than that, I really like the Corpse Jack Menace and Fathom Mage we've got in the hand. So, we are playing Reyhan, last of the Adamant. Let's go and kick it over to our opponent. Reyhan enters the battlefield with 3+1 counters on it. Then, whenever a creature you control dies or is put into the command zone, if it had one or more counters on it, you may put that many +1 counters on target creature. And shout out to our opponent playing Dark Bobfident. That's his username. Before I hit the record button, I had to kind of give myself a break to start. Keep laughing. It's pretty funny. Dark Bobfident. I don't know. I like that. So, if you watch the video, shout out to you. If you don't, and you come across this video one day, shout out to you, man. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab the, we'll be online for Cruel Tutor and Ancient Tomb. Let's go ahead and grab the Watery Grave. I think that sounds good. Let's grab that Watery Grave. Not going to pay 2. That way we can get down the Ancient Tomb, go for Cruel Tutor, and then I'll finish covering. Or drawn to Blooming Marsh. I really like that. Okay, so I guess, actually, since we did hit the colored source, let's just go ahead and get that down. And if we need to use Cruel Tutor later, we can go for something like that. Yeah, let's just go and pass the turn. We're also playing Kydele. Tap, add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool for each card that you've drawn this turn. Playing its, let's just call him Dag. That sounds a pretty good nickname for the video. Rampant Growth, sure. Vigilance, and enters the battlefield with 4+1 counters on it. Then for 3 mana, move a +1 counter from target creature onto a second target creature. So it looks like we have Adamant counters versus Sultai counters, which actually sounds like a lot of fun. Let's go and get the Ancient Tomb down. Let's go for Fathom Mage. Yeah, I like that. Let's go for Fathom Mage. We get down Fathom Mage. That way we can get the evolved ability going, kind of get that card draw flowing. We can go for Corpse Jack Menace next turn. If we don't hit the land drop, then we still have Serum Visions to go follow up with Corpse Jack Menace the following turns. So we cover both commanders free time. We can talk about whatever we want. But yes, welcome to some Kydele and Reyhan. It's been a long time since I played Kydele and Reyhan. In fact, Kydele and Reyhan were the very first, I guess technically Commander 16. Man, I'm loving this matchup. Counters versus counters. I love it when decks like this kind of sequence up together. This was the first Commander 16 deck that I built, was Reyhan and Kydele, and I'm really happy with it. I haven't played it in a long time. It's a lot of fun. Kind of what we do is, I was trying to think how to describe it. It doesn't really have a true win condition, I would say. It's kind of, yes, we're going to use that ability. Love drawing cards. Draw into Harbor. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Draw into Breeding Pool. Let's go ahead and get the Breeding Pool. Well, if we go for the Harbor, we do have an island down, which is going to allow us to go for Serum Visions. Yeah, let's do that. I want to make sure we don't get down too low with the Ancient Tomb. Drawn to Frantic Search and Lightning Greaves. Let's go ahead and put the... We can untap the Ancient Tomb. I think I kind of like both on top. Yeah, let's put the Lightning Greaves on top and put the Frantic Search on top. We did draw into Notion Thief. Anything else? We're going to go ahead and pass the turn. Don't really want to swing in with the 3/3 body. We want to keep those +1 counters going so we really get that card draw going. But yeah, as far as the deck goes, this is 100% kind of a dirtle deck. And in fact, it's just +1 counters. We do have it set up to where hopefully we can draw a bunch of cards and use Kydele's ability to go for a really, really nice Villainous Wealth. We have a lot of value cards in here that allow us to remove counters, to draw some cards, kind of shift counters around. We do have Bioshift hanging around in here, so with Corpse Jack Menace on the battlefield, if we want to go for something like Bioshift, we can really kind of have some fun with that, because that's going to double the number of counters that get shifted around. And but yeah, 100% a dirtle deck. So if we do get in a spot into the board state to where I make a mistake and I kind of miss some certain +1 counter lines, hey, it is what it is. I don't really play a ton of +1 counter decks like this, and so somebody suggested that they build this, and actually this would be a great segue for that. Actually, let's do our turn and then I'll cover that. All right, drawn to that Frantic Search, and we have the Lightning Greaves on top. How do we know sequence this? So really, we can't really get anything down. Actually, we can go for Reyhan. If we get down Reyhan, that will be, excuse me one second. Now, if we do go for Reyhan, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and we'll have 2 left over. If we can still shock in the Breeding Pool, that'll be an Evolve trigger on Fathom Mage. We'll draw an extra card. We can still go for Frantic Search. Let's go and do that. Let's go and shock this in. Let's go for Reyhan. Let's go and tap the Ancient Tomb. Let's go green, and let's go black. Let's go for Reyhan. Yeah, make sure we left up blue mana for the Frantic Search. Gonna get down Reyhan. That's gonna enter. Oh, excuse me, I mixed up. No, we'll still get the Evolve trigger. Yeah, there we go. Because it entered it in with Corpse Jack Menace. Oh, look at that. Yes, we go. There we go. All right, makes it a nice. Yes, we're gonna use that ability. Drawn to that Lightning Greaves, and I think Oh, drawing the Prophet. We can go for Frantic Surge to untap the Ancient Tomb. Yeah, let's go and do that. I was thinking about saving it for Kydele, but you know, you want to have some pretty explosive turns with this deck. Let's go for Frantic Search, draw 2 cards, discard 3 cards. Kodama's Reach. Let's go at this point, we'll go and chunk the Rites of Flourishing. You know, that's usually an early game. I like holding on to the Beast Within. I like holding on to Tireless Tracker. That's a lot of fun. I guess we'll just go and get rid of Notion Thief. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go and untap the Ancient Tomb, untap the Harbor, and we'll go and untap the Watery Grave. There we go. Okay, and that puts us on 4 total mana. So we're not going to be able to get that down. We can either go for Kodama's Reach or go for the Lightning Greaves. Let's go for the Lightning Greaves. Yeah, I like that. Get the Lightning Greaves down. Let's go and put it on Corpse Jack Menace at this point right now, because usually Corpse Jack, that's kind of why I built the deck, actually, is that Corpse Jack Menace is typically one of those. Actually, let's go and push in. Yeah, let's just go and hold off. Actually, we could have sequenced it differently to where we put the Lightning Greaves onto Reyhan, swung in. That way, if they do kind of chump block, we could have got in for 6 and then moved the counters back over to Corpse Jack. So that's something we could have gone for. I probably should have gone for that. But, hey, it is what it is. So, but with Corpse Jack's Menace, so yeah, whenever I built this deck, I really wanted to, I built like a Sultai, Corpse Jack, not Bounding Krasis. There's another Krasis that is unblockable. And, I would just build a Bioshift deck with Corpse Jack and put those +1 counters on the unblockable Krasis, and I thought that was a lot of fun. And so whenever these partners got released, I was like, well, I just kind of want to build my own Sultai deck, and I didn't have a +1 counter deck, so I'm glad I kind of tightened it up a little bit. You can see we added Cruel Tutor back into the deck. And I recorded a few, not recorded, but I played a few matches before I started recording, and some of my earlier decks, I would just put like no removal in it. Like, you know, we're going full throttle counters, and I just got tore apart by Natraxa. I didn't have any removal. I couldn't do anything about it. Okay, we need to get down Prophet of Crufix. I think that's going to be good. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's go and do that, because that's going to allow us to start getting down Master Biomancer, Kydele. Let's go for that. And either way, we're still going to have to tap down the Ancient Tombs. That's going to be 1, 2. Let's go green and then blue. And then either way, we'll still get these lands untapping. So, okay. Get on Prophet of Crufix. Now, the High Sentinels do have flying. It gets +1 counter for each creature with a +1 counter on it. At this point now, we can still go and swing in with Reyhan. I think I like that. Let's go and do that. If we need to go for Beast Within on the High Sentinels, we can go for that. Let's go and swing in with Reyhan. Attacking Dark Bobfident. I don't know. It's good. It's one of those quality, like... It's just such a low-hanging fruit joke that it's just gone on. I don't know. We're still laughing about it. Okay, and that will leave us online for Beast Within too, once we've untapped our lands. So what we can cast right now, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can drop down Tireless Tracker. We have to decide if we want to go for Master Biomancer or could get down Kydele. We might end up going for Kydele if we want to get some extra mana on the battlefield. If we can get down... Okay, Contagion Clasp, put a -1 counter on target creature. We'll see who they target with this one. At this point in the game, we're in a pretty good state. You know, I could see maybe an argument for Contagion Clasp on Prophet of Crufix just to get it off the battlefield. They're going to go for Reyhan. Okay, that's fine. And another cool interaction that we have is if we go for Beast Within on Reyhan, we'll still get a creature onto the battlefield and allow us to kind of shift those counters around. So... that's what I was kind of talking about with this deck. There's not really a true win condition other than just overwhelming value. Which sometimes just going overwhelming value can really help you kind of close it out sometimes. Okay, opponent's going to move a +1 counter from target creature onto second creature. That's going to be a 6/7. And they did pay for that activation on the High Sentinel. So right now if they swing in for 6, that's going to be putting us down to 13. With the Ancient Tomb, that's a little... it's a little tight on that one. Let's go. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can still go for Tireless Tracker and Beast Within. That puts us on Kodama's Reach next turn. Let's go and do that. Let's go for Beast Within on the High Sentinel. That's going to be green. And then 1, 2 off the Ancient Tomb. It's going to be Beast Within. They'll still get a 3/3 Beast token, but we've gotten to the point now where we've got enough creatures on the battlefield that have some pretty good counters on it. To where we don't really have to worry about a little 3/3 creature. There are some times where Beast Within, where you give your opponent a 3/3 Beast token, and the next thing you know, that's that's your downfall, if it's your last option to go for. Okay, get the Beast token onto the battlefield. Let's go ahead and flash in Tireless Tracker, which I think is a she. There's yeah, At one point, there was one video where I just kind of talked about how much I love Tireless Tracker because it's such a good utility card. And I think I referred to her as a him, so it is a she, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so we flash in Tireless Tracker. Let's go and get the Flooded Strand down. Oh, clue tokens. Clue tokens. That works really well with Kydele. In fact, we need to get Kydele on the battlefield. That's going to be 1-2, green and a blue. We'll get our lands untapping. And then actually, let's go ahead and crack the Flooded Strand and go for Kodama's Reach. Yeah, let's go for that. Now, we can set it up to where, let's go for Underground Sea. Let's get that down. Let's go for Kodama's Reach. It's going to be green. And the cool thing about with Kydele on the battlefield, we can't crack it this turn. But if we start cracking some of those clue tokens, then we can, do we have black? Probably need to grab a island. Yeah, we're pretty good on black sources. I'm going to put the forest onto the battlefield, island in the hand, get another clue token. Now at this point right now, how do we want to swing in? Let's just go ahead and pass the turn. There's that 6/6 body over there. We could swing in with Reyhan if we wanted to, but it's just going to be let's just go ahead and pass the turn. We almost need to, I know what we can use for Cruel Tutor. They don't have anything with reach, and what we can do with Cruel Tutor is go for the, there's an Aetherborn creature that has flying that we can put a bunch of counters on it that has a lifelink. So we can use Cruel Tutor for that, and then put it onto the battlefield and then shift some counters around the Corpse Jack Menace now that we have it protected. Once we kind of get into this holding pattern, kind of stabilize at 14 life. But yeah, so as far as the deck goes, there's not really a true win condition other than just overwhelming synergy and value, which, hey, that's magic. That's Commander sometimes. It's just kind of one of those, like, I know how to say it. It's kind of like, the deck's almost like a build your own storybook. It's just kind of like, all right, well, where will this take us? You take Nekastor, for example. Swinging in for 6 puts us down to 8. Do we want to flash in Master Biomancer? Let's go and flash in Master Biomancer. Alright, so we're going to flash in the Master Biomancer, see if they have anything to show for it. So each other creature we control is going to enter the battlefield with an additional +1 counter and equal to Master Biomancer's power. Alright, so swinging in for 6. Is there any creature that we can just absolutely lose right now? We crack a couple clue tokens. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's actually let's go and do that. So we're going to get 2 counters on the Tireless Tracker, which is going to make it a nice 5/4. We'll go ahead and draw another card. Ooh, Villainous Wealth. Hey. Alright. What's happening, buddy? Let's go ahead and go for Ancient Tomb. Yeah, I like this a lot. We're going to crack that one again. That's going to be a nice 7/6. And I think I'm okay with trading on this one. That's going to force them to kind of shift some counters around if they wanted to stick around. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's go ahead and go for that. Let's go ahead and go for the Tireless Tracker block. Then, oh yes, ripping into Villainous Wealth. That sounds wonderful. Okay, and they're going to go for the Contagion class. They're going to go for the Proliferate. Okay, I'm fine with losing Tireless Tracker. We did draw into Villainous Wealth. At least we're kind of forcing them to use some mana or something like that, and then we'll see what we can kind of steal. And especially if our opponent's playing obs on counters, and we'll probably have some nice counter synergy on our side of the board too. Oh, yes. All right, it's going to be 7/7 body coming across. We'll see if they're going to move a +1 counter from target creature onto a second target creature. So yeah, I think they can use that mana to move it from the Krasis onto that one. Choose any number, double the number. Alright, that's pretty gnarly. 14/14, okay. I'm glad we didn't let that come in. That would have been pretty bad. We did not play around a Solidarity of Heroes. That would have been pretty nasty. What creature do we need to put this on? Master Biomancer? Yeah, I think that's good, because that'll work really well if we hit some creatures off the Villainous Wealth. I like that. Okay. Look at that. Oh, 10/12 Villainous Wealth. Yes, love it. I mean, excuse me, not Villainous Wealth, the Master Biomancer. And so that way it's going to, if we hit any creatures off our opponent, it'll have some good additional value off that. Okay. So we draw into another card. That's going to be 1 more mana for the Kydele. And then we hit Temple of Malady. Let's go ahead and get the island down. So at this point right now, we're looking at 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be 7 Villainous Wealth for 7. Is that exactly what we want to go for? We can get another creature down. Our Green Sun Zenith. We'll draw an additional card. Yeah, I think I like Villainous Wealth for 7. It's not the best in the book, but we're at 12. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's going to be green and then black. Actually, it's going to be all of our black sources if we do that. Let's make sure we leave up a couple of them. Let's go ahead and go blue, green, and then we'll go black on this one. Okay, and that's going to be 1 off Kydele, 2, 3. Sure, opponent's just at this point in the game where they're just absolutely thrilled to see what's coming down. Let's go for 7. Villainous Wealth for 7. Okay, that's a good little spread. Slam our fist down on those coins and see what kind of falls on our side of the board. Hopefully we get some good mess. Oh, yes. Okay. Any certain way we need to sequence this. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, put a +1 counter on it. Diabolic Tutor, increasing savagery, and then read the bones. Okay, so let's go ahead and go for. Let's go read the bones. Actually, let's go read the bones. And then we'll go Diabolic Tutor. We'll go increasing savagery. We don't have any reach or anything like that. I'm going to put it on the Fathom Mage. Let's go for the double handicraft, and we'll go for Herald of the Anafenza. Okay. I'm going to cast that card. There we go. Okay, that's a good spread. Nothing too crazy, but at this point right now we can just chump block our opponent's commander. It doesn't have trample at least. Alright, we get down to Herald. Get the... Oh, yes, of course that would be a nice evolve trigger. We'll draw an additional card off that. Yes, we're going to use that ability. And then... Oh, Plaxcaster Frogling, the original Hypnotoad. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Okay, get down the double handicraft. Increasing savagery on the Fathom Mage. And that we're at 6. Yeah, we can always yes and then always yield. We draw a bunch of cards. We'll have to discard some cards, but we can get rid of some lands on that one. Diabolic Tutor to search our library for a card, put it into our hand. Let's make sure that we... Cold Eyes. Okay, is there any certain thing we need to go for? I'd like to see if we can't grab some removal. Actually, we need to go for the Aetherborn Marauder. That's going to allow us to kind of get some stuff out of here. Read the Bones, scry a little bit. Sylvan Primordial. Yeah, actually, we'll go and put the Misty on the bottom and the Primordial on top. We're going to lose 2 life, go down to 8. Okay, we already made the land drop for the turn. Let's go and push in with Fathom Mage. I think I like that. Let's go and push in with Fathom Mage. It's going to be 17-17. Or do we want to wait and go for an Alpha Swing next turn? So swing in yeah, let's wait for an Alpha Swing. We need to get rid of some cards out of the hand, and we have a ton of mana to go for next turn. Alright, so we need to get rid of some stuff. Let's get rid of the City of Brass, Temple of Malady, Temple of Deceit, the Refuge, and also we have the Prophet of Krufix, so we can start casting some of these creatures next turn. We got 13 cards in the hand. We still have Bioshift, which is amazing. Let's go and get rid of Nissa, Krufix, Rite of Replication. Actually, we'll get rid of the Grim Tutor, Arcane Denial, Sky Shroud Claim, Cruel Tutor. We'll get rid of Green Sun Zenith. Alright. And then we have a bunch of creatures to cast out. So let's go ahead and move the Cold Eyes over here. Let's get the Marauder and get the Plaxcaster Frogling. So now as far as how much mana we have, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, opponent scoops it up. We could have flashed in the Aetherborn Marauder. That would have been one of the lines of play that we're going to go for. We maybe could have pushed in last time to swing in, but with us kind of passing on the turn, what we could have done is with the Master Biomancer out there, we could have flashed in the Marauder. It's going to have flying and lifelink, and we can move, literally we can move any number of counters from permanents we control onto the Marauder. So that would have been flying and lifelink, and then hopefully we would have been in a spot to put the Lightning Greaves on there. We did chunk the Arcane Denial, so we probably should have held on that if we wanted to go for an Alpha Swing with the Aetherborn Marauder. But we also still had Sylvan Primordial to get down if we wanted to kind of blast our opponents each target non-creature permanent. Yeah, so that we wouldn't have done much of the Contagion class. But with Cold Eyes and Plaxcaster Frogling into the battlefield with that Graft, Corpse Jack Menace, yes, and if it wasn't bad enough, we had Rite of Replication. So you can see where this deck's a lot of fun. In fact, I need to get it back into my recording schedule. That was a really fun match. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.